Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Revelation here. And if you're watching me for the first time, thank you for clicking on this video. And if you're regular here, thank you for always watching my videos. And please subscribe and click on the notification bell so you can always get notified as soon as I drop a new video. This is actually my first sit down video. This video is one of the most frequently asked questions by nursing final year students and new nursing graduates, and this video is dedicated to you guys. Congratulations and thank you for not giving up. I am so proud of you. So now my colleagues, so now I can now call you guys my colleagues. I'll be talking about nursing internship. I'm very sure now that you're rounding up, now it is now something you hear every time. I'm very sure your classmates are discussing about where they want to do their internship, how they've applied, and you are just here confused and don't know what or how to go about it. Yeah, this video is for you, and I really hope you enjoy it. I hope you find this video useful. So, what is nursing internship program? Nursing internship is actually a compulsory 1 year program for every nurse graduate who had gone through the 5 year nursing degree course in any of the universities in Nigeria. And this program helps new nursing graduates to gain more clinical experiences and confidence in the clinical setting. Without undergoing this 1 year compulsory internship program, permanent license will not be issued. That is why it is actually very compulsory. Because if many of us other ways would have actually not done this, gone through this program, and probably would have jackpot already. How to go about this thing? I have listed out some points. In case you see me looking down, I have a book with me, so I will not miss out any detail. The first step, you get your credentials ready, get your documents ready, and make photocopies as much as you can because you will need them. So I'll be listing out the documents you would be needing. The first one, your birth certificate. Second one is state of origin certificate. Third one, first living school certificate, that is primary 6 certificate. The fourth one, your O-level certificate. Most people have just the O-level results, whereas most hospitals want to see the O-level certificates. If you have not gotten one, you should go to your secondary school and ask for it. The next one is certificate of induction. This will be given on your induction day. Next one is temporary license. This also will be given together with your certificate of induction on induction day. Then you need your statement of results, your university statement of results. Some universities, they issue the certificate immediately after induction, whereas some universities don't issue the statement of results and tell their students to come back after a year for the certificate. Also, you'll be needing passports. Get as many passports as you can ready, and you need application letter. This is basically job hunting. You need application letter. And if you don't know how to write an application letter, you can check Google. Then the next thing is reference letters. Reference letter is just like letters from your guarantor, and you can get this reference letter from your lecturers in school, your clinical instructors, or any nurse you worked with in during your training, or probably from your pastor also. It's actually acceptable to get 3 copies, 3 different copies from 3 different people. Your CV, you have to write out a well detailed CV, and at the same time it must be catchy. Write out all the experiences, all your experiences in school, your clinical experiences. Probably you assisted in a delivery. Write it down. Probably at the time you were a scrub nurse. Write everything down so they'll know that you are able for the position. All your outside posting, your in school posting, everything. Write down your experiences in your CV. And there are so many people there that help people to write CV if you cannot write one yourself. So you can pay. After you are done gathering your documents and making photocopies, the next step is you listing out the hospitals you would love to work in. Yeah, get your pen and paper, write them according to your priorities. Probably you would want to work in the same state your parents live in to reduce costs, or probably you want to work in another state, different states. It could be Lagos University Teaching Hospital, it could be LASUT, it could be any of the FMCs across the country. It could be a state or general hospital. It could be private hospital like St. Nicholas. As long as you want to streamline your hospitals, the hospitals you would love to work in, I will advise you to cast your net wide, if not wider self, because nepotism in Nigeria has eaten so deep. What's nepotism? Nepotism is just using someone's influence to gain or attain a position. So you know people that their legs are longer than yours. You know people that know somebody that will just put a call through the CMD of a particular hospital and will get the slot without even applying or writing or submitting any documents or automatic employment. So you know how it goes, right? So imagine you just pick a hospital, for example, that is only route you apply to, and we have so many other hospitals. Root at the end of the day did not give you an employment. What will you do? Personally, I actually applied to different hospitals, and let me tell you this: the hospital I currently do my internship in was the last hospital I applied to. That was last week in December. That was the last hospital I applied to, and they were the first hospital that called me for employment, and I was called for employment towards the last week, second to the last week in January. Imagine if I had just focused on the first two, the first hospital, the second hospital I had applied to. Imagine. And whereas the first hospital I applied to called me sometime in April or May, I cannot recollect vividly. So that's I would advise you to cast your net wide. There's nothing wrong if you apply to so many hospitals. The third step is join a WhatsApp group. While I was still hunting for an internship placement, I was in two or three different groups, WhatsApp groups. And basically what these WhatsApp groups do is just to drop information about different hospitals that their application is on. Yeah, for instance, I'll say, okay, the Lagos State University Teaching Hospital application is on, FMC Butemeta is on. If you're interested, you should apply this and this and that. So they drop different information about different hospitals, and it just helps to meet different people. And also, the admin officers of these WhatsApp groups, they help candidates to submit their documents. Probably if the candidate does not live in the same town the hospital is in, probably you will stay in Ekiti and you want to apply to your hospital in Kwara State. Instead of you travel down to Kwara State, these people would help you to submit it at a token. The first step is familiarizing yourself with the hospital. Get to know the hospitals or hospital you've written down or you've selected. Get your facts right, starting from their pay. Yeah, how much they pay, their intent, their mode of application, mode of assessment. It could be interview, it could be examination, it could be both interview and examination, and it could be through random selection of candidates. So you have to get your information about them. You could walk into any of the hospitals of your choice and ask them, go to their administrative blog, ask questions about the hospital. And also you can ask interns or your friends that they've done their internship in such hospitals. Ask them that how is the environment? Is the environment friendly for work? Is the environment toxic? Ask questions, familiarize yourself. Also, you must know the history of the hospital in case you would need to write an interview or an examination. And this one leads me to the next point. Next point is preparation for examination or interview. Like I said earlier, some hospital will tell you it's just interview you are going to do. Some will say it's just examination, and some will say both interview and examination. So if you haven't familiarized yourself with these hospitals, you won't have known. My friends that did examinations said the questions were gotten from past questions, council exams past questions, NCLEX textbooks, NCLEX past questions, and nurses lab website. These were where they got their questions. And as long as you've passed through your 5 year in nursing school in university, you would be able to answer these questions. These questions are not from heaven. You'll be able to answer them. An interview, for the interview, it could be practical questions. It could be any questions on different procedures. It could be current affairs. There's a friend of mine told me asking her the current minister of health, commissioner of health of the state the hospital is in, the CMD, name of the CMD, name of the CMAC, the hospital mission, different things about the hospital. That was why I said you familiarize yourself. You will know, you will not know how to ask them. If you don't know them, you don't know. You get during your interview, I would advise you to wear your confidence and your smile. And smile appropriately. The sixth step is waiting for your results. Most institutions, most hospitals would call you back after a week or two after your interview or your examination. Yeah. And even though you during your application process, while filling your application form, they might have asked you for your email and your phone number. Best believe this is Nigeria. They will communicate with you through calls or SMS. So make sure the numbers, your phone number you are going to write or fill in is very active. It is active and is always with you, because that is the mode of their communication in Nigeria. And it's just few hospitals that communicate through emails, honestly. And I would advise you that after a week or two of waiting without getting response, move on to the next hospital. Yeah, don't wait that I wrote last week exam and I've been waiting for the result for the past 3 weeks, and no, I want to die there. No, move on, move on. It might be painful. It's always painful that they call this person back for interview, they don't call me back. It can be that painful, but you have to chop your L and move on. That was why I said you should not streamline your options. You should cast your net wider. Yeah. Imagine if it's just two hospitals and you've written the exam and interview for the only two hospitals you apply to, and they don't call you back. How where will you start from? Now start looking for which where to apply to. But if you have so many options, it's going to help you. And the last point is prayer. Pray about everything. Pray, 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 and pray, because you don't want to do your internship in a place where God doesn't want you to. In everything we do, we should always make sure we work in alignment with God's plan and purpose for our lives. That is the most important thing. You might want to do your internship in Lagos and God tells you, my daughter, my son, I want you to do it in Edo State. So far as it's planned, so be it. That should be your goal as a child of God, right? So pray, pray, pray. But if you don't pray about it, how will you hear from God? Through prayer, you get to know what God wants for your life. Get and I will not lie to you. This application process for internship um can be frustrating. You feel pressured because your classmates that they graduated the same day, most of them might start your internship before you. Personally, most of my classmates started their internship around that December, towards the end of the year and early January. And whereas I was just there at home, I was like, how will I do? And I've seen and read stories on Twitter. Some people were like, they sat at home for 6 months, so they started. Some people 8 months. Those stories were just in my head, but still, I started when God wanted me to start, and I'm so grateful. When you feel pressure, pray. Another question I'll be getting is, how much do they pay nurse interns in Nigeria? The pay varies. It depends on the kind of hospital you work, because there are different um, private, state, and federal hospitals that are accredited for these internship programs, and you cannot compare private hospital pay to that of a government pay, you get. But averagely, it's from 80,000 naira to about 100 to 120,000 naira. So that was why I said you should familiarize yourself with the hospital, so you can know how much they pay their interns. And if you want the, honestly, you want the money, right? So the higher the pay, the more willing you want to apply to such hospitals. And I hope this video helps you, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you found this video useful, please share with your friends, share with your siblings, share with everyone that you know you will need this video. If you haven't still subscribed, please click on the subscribe button. And if you have any video request, anything you want me to make a video on, you can drop them in the comment section, or message me on Instagram. Yeah, I would write it here. I'll try as much as possible to always reply to the DMs. So till the next time, bye.